So, like I said, sovereign citizens. I don't know if you haven't heard of what these guys are. These guys are the equivalent, or this idea is the equivalent of, like, it does reference QAnon in this, but in this article, I'll read a little bit of it. It's not even really an article. I think it's more of like an explanation. But this is kind of the same as like the democratic socialists. I don't if look this up if you haven't seen them. They're quite funny. Maybe I'll talk about them on the podcast. 'Cause I feel like I have before, but you know, I've they're a turd. They're a turd somewhere hidden on the internet right now that I feel like I could talk about and get a good laugh out of. But here's the turd of the day: the sovereign citizens. Now these guys, okay. So let me read what this is about. This is quite funny. So sovereign citizens believe they are not under the jurisdiction of the federal government and consider themselves exempt from U.S. law. They use a variety of conspiracy theories and falsehoods to justify their beliefs and their activities, some of which are illegal and violent. Okay, so here's some. Here, okay, I'll read it. I don't know where to stop. I might stop somewhere in here. I didn't read this article, and I'm reading stuff that feels like it's stupid. But okay, so the sovereign citizen movement continued to see membership growth in 2022. The QAnon conspiracy theory that initially brought new people into the movement has remained a gateway into sovereign citizenship. A new group, which calls itself Life Force Network, is a fusion of Q-centric conspiracy theories, science fiction, and fake alternative governments, and courts called sovereign citizen assemblies. The organization's main villain is the Order, the main villain, which they describe as an international group that has dominion over the governments and is made up of regular anti-government bogeymen, such as the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, and seemingly fictional characters such as the Anunnaki and dragon families. Okay, so this is a little weird. Here, I'm not gonna read any more of this, is because it's just gonna be that kind of article, I think. I was hoping it was more of a definition of it, but it doesn't seem to be. You need to go check out videos of these guys in action. You can see them online and stuff. Check out YouTube; they're all over the place. Of these people when they're trying to pull that with police, or they're trying to pull it with judges. It's funnier when they're doing it with judges, because with police, it's just kind of aggravating and irritating, because I feel for the police. They're, especially when they're just trying to ask them like simple questions that I don't feel like you should contest. Somebody, if a cop asks for your ID, okay, just, here's my ID. Have a look. Or can you roll down the window, or these kinds of things. Like, people just want to be ridiculous with cops now. But if you watch these guys in court, that's when it gets really funny, because judges, they're not going to play with this junk. And they'll try all kinds of stuff where they're like, "Oh, I don't recognize that as a law," or it's silly. But I think this is now, this is like anything. When you start to go down the path of something silly like the defund the police movement and all this kind of thing, you're creating this sort of disdain for police from impressionable people. Because I think still the majority of people don't think that way, but the impressionable ones, these people that the kind of people that can get riled up by somebody, like their um, peer pressure is something that really works with them, or when somebody says, "Yeah, come on, do it," and they'll just do it because they were riled to do something stupid. These are the kind of people that do this kind of thing, and I think now with this sort of this push to defund the police, and then just showing disrespect to police in general, and when police officers being disrespectful to you, I understand maybe some disrespect back, but same time, maybe just turn the cheek. But you see this now, and now this is the natural progression to the next thing. It goes from disrespect for the police and law in general to now just an anti-establishment idea that suddenly laws don't apply to you because you're a sovereign citizen. Well, good luck with that, because when they do arrest you and they throw you in jail, you can show them your sovereign citizen card all you like, but I don't think it's going to work for you.